Welcome all class 9 children. This is the continuation of tissue chapter. We have completed the plant tissue. Now the two types of animal tissue also we have completed, that is connective tissue and epithelial tissue. Two more are left. Today we will complete those two types of animal tissues. So let's start with the muscular tissue. They forms the muscles of our body, and two special features of the muscles are they can contract and relax, and also they help in movement and locomotion of our body. Three types of muscle tissues are there. One is striated, another one is unstriated, and third one is a cardiac. So let us discuss about these three different types of the muscular tissues. The striated tissue means striated muscle tissue having dark and light bands. Alternative dark and light bands are visible in this diagram. So this is the diagram of a striated tissue. As because the striations are there, they are called striated or strip muscle. As they are attached with the skeleton of our body and help in the locomotion and movement, so they are called skeletal muscle. And it's because we can control, that means this muscle is controlled by our wish or will, so they are called voluntary muscle. Next one is unstriated muscle, that means striations or the bands, dark and the light bands that were present in the stripped muscle is absent here, so they are called unstriated muscle, and as well as they are called unstripped muscle. Why they are called smooth muscle? Because they don't have striations and they have dense cytoplasm within each and every cell. The shape of the cell also is different. Two tapered ends are present. They are spindle shaped. A prominent nucleus is present within each and every cell. They are voluntary muscle because we cannot control them. It is controlled by our nervous system. And here this type of the muscle means unstriated muscles, they are present within the viscera, means the organs or the internal organs which are except the heart, which are present within our viscera, means within our abdomen or the chest, they are made up of this type of muscle. So sometimes it is called visceral muscle also. Now the cardiac muscle, from the very term cardiac means definitely they are present within the heart. They have a special capacity, they never take rest. From the beginning till end of our life, they contract and relax, and our heart is made up of this type of the muscle. That means we cannot control them, so they are the voluntary muscle, as well as they are having strips. So the main specialty, what is that? All the voluntary muscle, they are stripped, but it is not a voluntary muscle, it is an involuntary muscle. It is an involuntary muscle, we cannot control them, but they are having dark and light band or the strips. And one specialty which is present only here in this cardiac muscle, that is in between the tissues, the connections or the bridges are there, they are called intercalated disc. Now on the basis of some parameters what I have written, you will learn the differences depending on the location, depending on the shape of the muscle, on the number of the nuclei, whether the bands are present or not, whether the intercalated disc is present or not, and how are they controlled, whether it is involuntary or the voluntary. So depending on these parameters, you will learn the difference between these three types of the muscles, as well as you will practice the diagram of these muscles. Last type of animal tissue is the neural or the nervous tissue. It is made up of nerve cells, which is a specific cell. One single ideal nerve cell I have drawn over here. All of you will draw and level this diagram. It is very important for your exam. So you can see this is the cell body of the neuron, and these two are the extended portion. Long extended portion is called axon, and the small extended portions, they are called dendron. And the dendron also having the number of branches, they are called the dendrites. Within the cell body, you can see the prominent nucleus having 4 parts. That means nuclear membrane, nucleolus, chromatin fiber, and the nucleoplasm. So it is an ideal nucleus. Except that surrounding the nucleus, dense cytoplasm is there, and one specific part which is present only in the nerve cell, that is the nasal granule. You can see prominent nasal granules are present. The connection between the cell body of the neuron and the long prolonged extended part is called the axon hillock. So another name of the cell body is soma or cyton or perikardion. The extended prolonged part of the axon of the neuron is called the axon, or nerve cell is called the axon. The axon part, you can say the non-stop red colored membrane, that is called axolemma. Above that membrane, one dark dense membrane which is not continuous is present. It is called myelin sheath. So this brown colored thick membrane is there with interval. They are called myelin sheath. Above that, another thin membrane is there which is covering the myelin sheath, which is also discontinuous, that is called neurolemma. In between the neurolemma and the myelin sheath, you can see the dot-like structures are present. They are called Schwann cells. At the end of the extended part of the axon, having number of branches, they are called axon ending. And axon ending ends to a bud-like structure. They are called end bud. So these are the specific feature or the specific structure of the nerve cell. You will practice the diagram, is very important for the examination. This is the assignment work is given. All of you got your concise biology class 9 book. So all of you now, you have that book. You open the exercise of this chapter, that is the review questions are there. From there you will do number A, number B, subpart 1, 3, 4 and 5. Solve all these questions in the exercise book, whatever you have got from your school. And next, question number 2, you will draw and label the following diagrams. Whatever I have explained now in the video clippings, you will see all those diagrams and redraw. That is the nerve cell, 3 different types of the muscle cells, and 3 types of supporting tissues in plant. That means parenchyma, collenchyma and the sclerenchyma. Complete this assignment work in your exercise book. Thank you.